we have to have the bandwidth to deal with all of them, and hopefully, not hopefully, we plan to bring those support for our men and women in law enforcement with accountability to the floor in the second week of August when we come back. That is what I think will conform to when the Senate may be ready to send us the very important legislation whose title is Inflation Reduction Act. So we're very excited about the fact that we have a breakthrough there. It isn't everything we want. How many times have I said that? You cannot judge something for what it doesn't do, but respect it for what it does. And what this does do is quite remarkable in terms of our investment in protecting the planet. It lowers, in addition to which, it lowers healthcare cost with the subsidies that are extended for 3 years in the bill, as well as to have, for the first time, historic opportunity for the Secretary of HHS to negotiate for lower prescription drug prices. The cost of prescription drugs is the kitchen table issue in our country, and this legislation will reduce that cost, but also give people hope. And part of our lower cost, we're always saying, safer communities, lower cost. We'll bring this legislation to the floor, the public safety bills, but at the time when we have the legislation coming over from the Senate. In that inflation reduction package, you know what it is: lowers cost of health care for millions, slashes prescription drug prices, historic action to combat the climate crisis, and lowers energy costs and advances energy security. Again, it does what we want to do to fight inflation by lowering costs. It's fully paid for, and no new taxes, as President Biden has said, for families making under $400,000 a year. I talked with a great enthusiasm and excitement about the advancement we're making in preparing legislation, passing legislation, and the rest. As we speak here right now on the floor, we're addressing drought and fires. And as a Californian, as a Westerner, this is very, very important legislation for everyone in our country, but in particular, we benefited from the intellectual resource that our Western members are on this.